to this video from outside a Trump rally in West Allis, Wisconsin. That is a group, and you see what they're doing, that's a group of leftist protesters. They're trampling on, standing on, abusing the American flag. Congressman Lee Zeldin is with us, Republican from New York. Congressman, I say that was deliberately provocative. I think it was designed to provoke violence at a Trump rally so that the left could say, see what happens at a Trump rally, they're full of violent people. I think that's what's going on here. And you?
I would say it doesn't get too much more provocative than that as far as trying to incite a reaction, because I'm sure that the rally was filled with people who were going into it who would be outraged by that activity. I mean, the fact is, I'm someone who served on active duty. I still serve in the Army Reserves. I have met triple amputees who have lost limbs in order to protect our freedoms and liberties fighting for that flag. I have met families, parents, brothers, sisters, sons and daughters who have lost their loved one in combat fighting for that flag. It's outrageous and it's definitely provocative.
I think it'll bounce back in favor of Trump. I know that you're not necessarily a Trump supporter, but I think that activity like that, when the world will see that kind of thing on camera, I suspect that that encourages support for Trump, if anything.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. I'm sure that it only fires up all of the people who are either at that rally or watching the video at home. I mean, I haven't endorsed anybody for president, but the fact is, whoever our nominee is against Hillary Clinton, we have to do everything we can to make sure that person gets elected. For people all around the country who are looking for a reason to come out and vote this November, this is what we're up against. This is the contrast between the Republicans and the Democrats, the right and the left. We go overseas, we fight for our freedoms and liberties. Listen, we have Republicans and Democrats in our military, but the fact is those who are getting active in the American process, you don't see conservatives ever stomping on an American flag.
Are you comfortable with the current state of play in the Republican Party? Because it is obviously split big time. You've got to be uncomfortable with that, Congressman.
Well, I feel like we're getting close to the end of the process now. I mean, the primaries are going to be over here at the end of June. Possibly there might be a lot more clarity as to who the nominee is before then. It's not going to go further than the convention in July. So this is a process that started well over a year ago. And knowing the fact that we're getting closer to having clarity on exactly who our nominee is, I'm not as concerned anymore.
You know, it really is a very open debate within the Republican Party. There's something good about that, I think.
Well, there has been a very thorough vetting of a field that started at about a dozen and a half candidates. So many different debates. These candidates spend their entire day in public answering questions, doing a lot of media interviews, answering a lot of really tough questions. It might not get covered, you know, every single thing that a candidate says throughout a day on every substantive issue, and what gets the most attention might be, you know, something that might be, you know, slightly off topic on substance. But the fact is, all three of the remaining Republican candidates spend their entire day talking about substantive solutions to move America forward.
It's going to be a contested convention if Donald Trump loses tomorrow, as he may well. Congressman Lee Zeldin, always a pleasure to have you on the show. Thanks very much indeed, sir. Thank you.